Morning guys, welcome back to Derby Koi, day 2. Bit awkward yesterday, a couple of things didn't, well, on the last video, things didn't quite go as planned on everything, but I got some stuff done. So, plans for today, again, I'm later than I wanted to, so let me see, just give me a watch up, 11:30. I want to get I've got to get the diesel heater out. I want to try and get my air source heat pump in position and the pipe work done from the pump itself and around to where it needs to be for the pump, and then I can do my upflow filter, get that finished piped in and stuff, figure out where my pumps and stuff are going, and then it's ready for the what is it? It's a filter. It's a drum filter. So yeah, plans for today are that. Don't know how much of that I'm going to get done. Hopefully I can I'd love to get it finished today. I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't want to leave these in here. I want to get it all up and running and get them back in safe. But like I say, I'm not going to hold my breath. If I don't today, I'll do someone after work. When I get home from work, I could do a couple of hours on the night. So yeah, let me get things out. Probably every tool I've got in the shed has got to come out again today. Yeah, so let's get things sorted out and then I can make a start. And as I said, I'm going to start on getting my diesel heater removed. I've got is there any in there? Yeah, I've got half a tank of diesel. I want to get that into a drum, and yeah, so enough waffling, let's get started. The typical, just when I start using power tools, it starts to rain. Come down here, and you see I've cut the hole. It's been outside in the rain. Now unfortunately the piece of wood down there, I've got to cut about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch out, 3/4, not even 3/4, but about 1/4 inch of that has got to come out, else it's to get it a bit lower. So bloody typical. I'll try with a saw and it's taking forever, so I'm going to get my jigsaw out. But it's bloody raining again. It's been twice today now, so yeah, I haven't got much further. All I've done, I've put that bit of pipe in. What I might do now, since it's raining, is I'll connect some waste pipe up to that, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a slow one today. Not getting anywhere near as much done as I wanted. Again, I don't know if I've showed you, there's the heat pump with the controller on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it through the wall up to about here. So this side is going to be, all this here is going to be inside, and that little bit is going to be outside where the cold air comes out the front. That's the plan. So I'm going to stick that through. I'm going to find some way of actually sealing around the hole. In fact, I don't mind if you get wet a bit. Just to show you out here, it is raining. There's my hole. So I've got to find some way of sealing around this. Don't really want to put silicone on it and all over the heater. So I'm going to have to find something else, some sort of rubber maybe. I don't know. But this weather has put a damper on things for now. Bloody hell, never mind. I'll do that while it's raining, and hopefully it's just a quick shower. But looking at that sky, it's not. I think I'm going to get wet, so I'll come back to you. Okay, heater is through. I do need to figure out what I'm going to do around here to seal it a bit. I'm not sure yet. I don't really want to be sticking stuff to this, but that's in. I'll figure that out later. I may have to put a shelf across. I'll figure that. I'm just doing a water change on that as well. topping that back up. Obviously on ammonia spikes and stuff, so I'm doing a water change while it's doing. In here you can actually see it through here now, so that's it through there. I'm now just doing the flexi pipe to go from the inlet and the outlet over to here. I've cut it long and I've cut it sort of up to about here. I'm going to cut it down afterwards so I know what size I need. Don't want it too short. And then I've got to figure out then where all my pumps and everything's going. Yeah, that's going to be fun. So I'll get this pipework under here from there. It's at the moment I've just as you can see, so I haven't welded those on, so I'm letting them thoroughly dry up. That is the connection that's going onto the heat pump itself, and silicon it down, well silicon it but clamp it down, hopefully that should seal. Yes, I'm making sure these really go off, put plenty on there, so I'm going to let that set up and then I'll thread it through and then try and figure everything else out. Okay, so filter, not using that one, that's been bunged off. That one there is my feed in, this is my waste. Now round here, I'll take you around here, I've had to, because of where this pipe work goes here, a bit of a pain, I couldn't really alter that anymore. This here, let me sit down and try to explain. Right, clean water comes out here, feeds here, down this pump here to my pump here, which will then feed from here to my heat pump. Clean water here is for the wash pump, so it comes down here, feeds in, then it feeds from there up. Now I had to do this piece here because of that pipe work, hopefully I've missed it. is going to come in up into here. I was advised to put a tap on, so I'll put a 1-inch ball valve on there, and that's going to go to feed my spray bar. And hopefully I've done everything right and it's going to fit. So I've done it, so what I can do is I take this one out, either of these off here. I remove this one here, then that whole section will come out in one, so I can just fit all that pipe work and everything over there before I put the filter in, and I can do my pipe there in. And I've got to do, excuse me, one thing I've got to do is, that's my return here, down there, that's my return pipe, so I've got to connect that pipe to that one. I'll do that before it all goes in, and that pipe at the back over there is my feed from my pump to the heat pump, and obviously that's all the waste from the other one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off and this off, and I'm going to fit it in. I'm going to do my return pipe as well, get all that sorted, and then I can fit the, oh hello, busy come to start up. Then I can get the table back in and hopefully get the filter in. Yeah, so it was a bit of a pain having to figure out pipe work. As you can see, it's a bit of a, but it all goes in. Hopefully I've missed everything where I need it. So miss this pipe here. That was a pain, unfortunately. I couldn't bring the filter anymore this way. Ooh. Because of this. If I could have moved this 3 inches, I would have done, but unfortunately I can't, so I couldn't. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fit my return pipe to that, the water to that pipe, which is into my upflow, and should be ready then to get the bits in, connect my water pump up there, get the filter in. So yeah, let me connect this one up here. Okay, so there we go. Everything's in, all plumbed in, all battened down. Now on these flexi pipes, where I've solvent welded them into the joints, they haven't been solvent welded, but lots of solvent weld, but just to be safe, just an extra bit, I did put some CT1 around the outside of the joints as well, just to make sure. Everything's plumbed in. As you can see, it's all here now. Plug's working. I have done a quick, I've got to clean the drum filter. So the drum is moving, as you can see. So that's working. Still got to do the waste. I've got to sort the waste for this out. I've got to resort the waste that end over there by the drain for the upflow. And this took a hell of a lot longer than it would do normally. Back on there. If you was doing this type of Filtreau on a new build, it's so simple to do, but unfortunately with all the existing pipe work and trying to make things fit and work around my upflow and everything else, it's been a bit of a nightmare, but it is what it is. But if you are going to fit one, that's so easy. Hopefully it's helped you in some way. anybody that's doing one, fitting a Filtreau. Hopefully it's helped you and so you know where certain pipework goes. As I say, I've had to jiggle the pipework and put extra bends in where I wouldn't really normally put them on a new build. But it's in, wired up, it's powered, so all good. Okay, so that's the setup complete. As I said, all I've got to do now, letting all this go dry off, so it's here one and everything anyway. It is now nearly 8 o'clock, so it's took a hell of a lot longer than I would have done if it'd been on a new build. Trying to sort this pipe work out, figure it out, and as I said, jiggery pokery, trying to get it to fit. The rain didn't help, but slowed me down a bit as well. So in the next video, which would be part 3, it's going to be filling up of the vats again, putting water back in, and all the testing for leaks, obviously, testing the drum actually works, air source heat pump as well, make sure there's no issues with that, get that up and running. Yeah, so that's in part 3. Still got my waste to do, which will be in part 3 as well. So yeah, but one thing in here, it does give me a little bit more room. Just down here, as you can see, it seems a little bit more room for some reason, and I can get up down the side there as well now. So anyway, I'm knackered, I'm going for a shower, something to drink, something to eat, and I'll catch you in part 3. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Pop on over to Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and as always, until the next one, stay safe, jobs are good 'un.